Hello and good afternoon my dear kids. Welcome back once again to this short tutorial video for class 7 students. And since we're from the past few days we're doing something related to the geometry, so in this video too we'll be doing the same. Okay, that is sums related to geometry. Okay, so again from exercise 14, so I've taken from question number 11. So what we have in question number 11 is line PQ, the given term, the given statement. So I have written down the given statement. First, line PQ and RS intersected at O. Line PQ and RS. Now see, PQ and RS is intersected at O. Angle QOR is given as 44 degree. Angle QOR, remember this angle. We are talking about this angle. QOR because the vertex is written in the middle, isn't it? QOR means this angle is given as 44 degree. We need to find X, Y and Z. X, Y and Z. Okay. Now what we know is what happens when two lines intersect. Now remember the concept of vertically opposite angles. What happened back there in vertically opposite angles? When two lines intersect, they form four angles. That's what I said, isn't it? They form four angles, and each pair of opposite angles, they are equal and they are known as vertically opposite angles. That's what we know, isn't it? Okay, the same concept we will be using here to get the values of the variables. Okay, that is X, Y and Z, because here what happened was two lines is intersected. That's what it's been told, or even if it hasn't been told, then we could have generally figured it out from the given figure. Okay, so two lines intersecting. So here at the first step I have written, see X equals to 44 degree. This X equals to 44 degree. Why? Because of vertically opposite angles. See why? You need to answer that why. Reasoning, very important, as I've been already telling you repeatedly, isn't it? So see, X equals to 44 degree. That is vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now we have dealt with X. Now what we need to find is we need to find the value of Y and Z as well. Now see, for the second one, we know that RS is actually a line, isn't it? In the second one I have written X plus Y. See, angle X plus angle Y equals 180 degree, linear pair. So see, simply, what you can do is simply rotate the figure like this. See, if you rotate the figure, what do you see RS as? See, RS is actually a straight line, isn't it? So let's just hide this part. So what do you see here? RS is a straight line, isn't it? And a straight line has been divided into two angles, isn't it? See, that's what we see here. With RS is a straight line, isn't it? Straight line, two angles it's been divided into two angles, that is X and Y. So what we know is when we add those two angles in a straight line, we'll get 180 degree. That's the reason is linear pair. So that is what I have written. See, angle X plus angle Y equals 180 degree, linear pair. Okay, and since we know that the value of X we already got as 44 degree, so I have substituted the value of X in the equation. See, X is 44 degree plus angle Y equals to 180 degree. Now this 44 goes to other side, becomes minus, linear equation one variable. See, minus 44, and we got the value of angle Y as 180 minus 44, that is 136 degree. Okay, so in this way we got the value of Y as 136 degree. Now just looking at the figure, you can tell that Y will be equal to Z, isn't it? The reason is same, that is it's a vertically opposite angle, isn't it? Y will be equal to Z. So that's what I've done here. See, Z, since angle Z is equals to angle Y, the reason, vertically opposite angles, very important, the reason. You need to write the reason, isn't it? As I've been repeatedly telling you. So vertically opposite angles, and we got Z as equals to 136 degree. Okay, because we already had Y as 136 degree, and that is how we got the value of X, Y and Z. And that's what the question demanded, isn't it? The value, to get the value of X, Y and Z. Okay, now moving on to the next one, what we have is, we got a figure out here, and the question simply states find Y. So just by looking at the figure, what you can conclude? So I guess few of you could conclude. What we can conclude is, we got angle around a point, isn't it? A point with angles around it, divided into four different parts, the angle, isn't it? So that is what I've done here. See, 200 plus Y plus 88 plus 2Y equals to 360 degree, and I have written the reason, angle around a point. or you could have written complete angle as well, same thing. Okay, now again the question went to linear equation, one variable. Now 2y plus 3y is give you 2y plus y will give you 3y. 200 plus 88 is 288. Now constant term went to other side from left to right, so it will change its sign, so it changed its sign. 360 degree minus 288, that is 72. Now 3 and y, the relation is multiplication. We know when multiplication goes to the other side, what happens? It becomes division, isn't it? So 72 divided by 3, that is 24 degree. 3, 2 times is 6, 1 goes to other, 12, 3, 4 times is 12, 24 degree. Okay? Okay. So, moving on to the next one, what we have again here is, we got question number 13 as C. Question number 13 is given as, the figure is given as AOB, then we got two lines, intersecting lines. We know that two intersecting lines, what happens with two intersecting lines? The opposite angles will be equal and there will be vertically opposite angles and all, isn't it? Now, so before going to that, see, after the figure, what's given in the question is, I have written it down. See, this is the exact way for approaching for your solution. Okay, you have to, after the figure, in your examination as well, or in your copy, or in your, while doing your classwork as well, you need to write. See, after drawing the figure, you have to write what are the given terms, what we need to find and all. Okay, so see, what we are given here is, we are given with angle AOC. AOC, remember the vertex in the middle, AOC, that means it's this angle what we are talking about. Angle AOC plus angle BOD. BOD. Now these two angles, what do we know about these two angles? They are equal. They are vertically opposite angles, isn't it? But here the sum of those two angles are given. See, the sum of those two angles are given as 242 degree. Okay, and so while approaching for the sum, what we have done, what I have written here is angle AOC equals to angle BOD equals to vertically opposite angles. Okay, now what I know is angle AOC is equals to angle BOD, as I have already written. See, angle AOC, as I have already been told you that AOC is equals to, okay, so and what we have here is that angle AOC, as I have been telling you, angle AOC is equals to angle BOD. AOC equals to BOD because of its vertically opposite angles, isn't it? Now, so in the same question, what we have written is, in the same question, what did I wrote is, see, I have substituted, in place of BOD, I have substituted it with AOC. See, because we know that BOD is equals to AOC because of vertically opposite angles, isn't it? In this equation, I have substituted BOD with AOC. See, that's what I can do, isn't it? Because these two angles are equal, so that is why I have substituted AOC. Now, AOC will give you 2 AOC, so 2 angle AOC equals to 242 degree. Now this 2 will go to other side, it becomes division, so angle AOC equals to 121 degree. So therefore, angle AOC equals to angle BOD equals to 121 degree. Okay, so that is how it is done. Okay. Okay, now we need to find, actually in this one we need to find all the other angles as well. Okay, all the 4 angles. So we have got one of the angles. See, from the figure itself, what we did is, in the figure what we have got so far is, we got one of the angles, that is, we got 2 angles, angle AOC and BOD. AOC is 121 degree and angle BOD as 121 degree. Actually the sum was to find all the 4 angles. Okay, so we got 2 angles. Now what we know is that this angle and this angle, is there any relation between these 2 angles? Can you figure out? Angle AOC, that is this angle, and COB, that is this angle. Is there any relation between these 2 angles? So let's see whether you can figure it out or not. So see what I have written here. Angle AOC plus angle COB equals to 180 degree. AOC and COB equals to 180 degree. Why? The reason is simple, that is, they are linear pair. Okay, so now AOC, we have already had the value of AOC as 121 degree. So now I have substituted the value out here 121 degree plus angle COB equals to 180 degree. 121 goes to other side, becomes minus. So 180 minus 125 degree is 59 degree. So we got angle COB. Angle COB we got as 59 degree. 59 degree. Now what do we know about angle AOD? Can anyone predict about what's with angle AOD? So I can simply say that angle AOD is also equals to 59 degree, isn't it? Why so? Because of vertically opposite angles, because two lines were intersecting, isn't it? So that is the same thing is what I have written out here. That is angle COB is equals to angle AOD. That is the reasoning. Say the reasoning. Vertically opposite angles, and therefore angle AOD is equals to 59 degree. Okay, and this is how it is done. So we are done here, isn't it? We got all the four angles and we are done here. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. What we have here is question number 14. Yeah, again we are given with the figure out here, the simple figure, and we need to find all the four angles. See, nothing more is given out here. It's simply given as find all the four angles. But what we know is two lines, they are intersecting. That's what we know. Now what we know about two lines when they are intersecting? The opposite angles, they will be equal, isn't it? So I have marked one of the equal angles with one arc and two arcs. See, these two angles are equal. That is why two arcs on both of them. And these two angles are equal. That is why one arc on both of them. Because they are vertically opposite angles. That's what we know, isn't it? So angle POR plus angle QOR equals to angle QOS. That's what was given in the question. See, given equals to 312. Yes. Now remember, POR means this angle, QOR means this angle, and QOS means this angle. Now the sum of these three angles are given in the question, and we need to find all the four angles. Remember that. Okay. So let's first go with okay. So how to approach for this one? Now what we know is when we add these two angles, we'll get 180 degree. That's what we know, isn't it? So that is what I've written out here. See, POR plus QOR equals to 180 degree. It's because the reason is linear pair, isn't it? That's what I've written. See, linear pair. Okay. Now again in the same equation I've substituted, see, in place of POR and QR, can I substitute it 180 degree? Because I know that the sum of these two will be equal to 180 degree, isn't it? So that is what I've done here. See, in this equation I've substituted 180 degree plus angle QOS equals to 312. Why I have substituted this is because I need to find the value of QOS. Okay, one of the angles. So QOS. Now 180 degree goes to the other side, becomes subtraction. So 312 degree minus 180 degree will give us 132 degree. So 132. Now which angle we got? We got QOS. Remember QOS, that is this angle. We got this angle as 132 degree. Now what we know about okay, now what can we predict? Now simply what we can predict is angle POR is also equals to 132 degree, isn't it? Why so? Because of vertically opposite angles. So that is what I have written out here. See, angle QOS equals to angle POR. QOS equals to POR, that is 132 degree, 132 degree. The reasoning very important, as I have already said, you need to write the reasoning. So VOA, it's in short form for vertically opposite angles. Okay, so POR equals to 130, that's what we got. Now again what we know is POR plus ROQ, or you can simply say ROQ or QOR means same angle, isn't it? So POR plus ROQ equals to 180 degree. And what is the reason? It's linear pair. We have already mentioned out here as well. So that's why I have used the short abbreviation, just L dot P. Okay. Now POR, we got the value as 132 degree. So I have substituted out here 132 degree plus QOR equals to 180 degree. 132 goes to other side, becomes subtraction. So 180 degree minus 132 degree will give us 48 degree. So which angle we got? We got angle QOR. Remember QOR as 48 degree. We got QOR as 48 degree. Okay. Now what do we know? Simple. POS will also be equals to 48 degree. Isn't it? Why so? Because of vertically opposite angles. But you cannot just simply write it on the sheet, or you can write it on your answer script like that. Okay, you have, as I've already said, you need to write the reason as well. So that is why, see, I have written angle QR now is equals to angle POS, that is vertically opposite angles. So POS is also equals to 48 degree. Now we are done here, since we got all the 4 angles. Okay, so the last sum for today will be, see, question number 15. Given AB and CD are 2 lines. We are given, see, AB and CD are 2 lines. Now again the same thing happened here. The 2 lines, they are intersecting. We need to find the value of x, y and z. X, y and z. X, y and z are given. What you can see here is, you can see that 2x and 2y, they are vertically opposite angles, isn't it? But x and z, they are not vertically opposite angles, remember. Because see, angle COB, this angle has been divided into 2 sections. So z will be equal to 90 plus x, isn't it? Because one of the angles is given as 90 degree. See, the symbol as well as it's written 90 degree. Okay, but what we know is that 2x and y, they are equal because of vertically opposite angles, isn't it? And what we know is that if we hide this part, see, you know that AB is a straight line, isn't it? Now let me turn the figure for you, okay? Just to make you understand. Okay, I have turned the figure. Now see, what do you see here? AB is a straight line, isn't it? Now a straight line, and the angles are divided into 3 parts. See, in a straight line, the angles are divided into 3 parts. See, and what are the 3 parts? See, 2x, 90 and x. In a straight line, the angles are divided into 3 parts. So what we know is, when we add those 3 parts, how much will we get? We'll get obviously 180 degree, isn't it? And what is the reason? The reason is because of straight line or straight angle we can write, isn't it? So that is what I have done here. See, 2x plus 90 plus x, that is when you add these 3, you get 180 degree because of straight angle. Okay, so here after that what I have done here is 2x plus 3x. See, now you know the concept, isn't it? You know the basic rules of linear equation, one variable, the variables 2x plus 3x, 90 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 180 minus 90, it's 90. Now 3 went down, so it became 90 divided by 3, that is x equals to 30 degree. So what we have here is, we got the value of, first value of x as 30 degree. Now as I have already told you, y is equals to 2x, that is y equals to 2x, that's what I have written out here, see. And what was the reason? It was vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite angles. Now we know that the value of x is 30 degree, so I have substituted out here. X is 30 degree. So y equals to 2 into 30, that is 60 degree. Now again, I got the value of y also as 60 degree. Now after that, again, what do I have here? It's again, AB is also a linear straight line, isn't it? Straight line, it's been divided into 2 sections, y and z angle, see. Now what do we know about that? That these 2 angles is, when we add them, we'll get 180 degree, and the reason is linear pair, isn't it? So that is what I have written here. See, y plus z equals 180 degree, that is linear pair. Now the value of z we need to figure out. We got the value of y as 60 degree, so I have substituted 60 out here. Now this 60 goes to other side, it subtracts with 180 degree. So 180 degree minus 60 degree will give us 120 degree. And we got the value of z as 120 degree. So all the variables are done, completed. We have completed with all the variables, x, y and z. See, that's what we need to find. We need to find x, y and z. Okay, so I hope you kids have understood the video. And as I've already been telling you, please write it down on your class copies and fair copies as well, and practice the same sums. Okay, if you find it anywhere or anything you didn't understood, or you have anything with problem with, then you may contact me. Okay, so till then, stay safe, my dear kids, and stay tuned in for more videos and updates. Okay, stay safe, take care, bye bye.